Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. We hope you had a happy Easter, and now it's back to work.
Back to work, back to the grind, but we have a fun grind, so we get to play with flowers. So today we're talking about mini petunias.
And how do they differ from like a Calibrachoa or a
Regular petunia. Yeah. So we got a couple examples of these. These are
Aren't those cute?
These are specifically the Proven Winners series. We had these for a few years, and they perform fantastically. Now you can see that the flower is a little bit smaller. Do you have a regular petunia?
Right behind your head.
Okay. Just want to show the comparison of size. So this is the regular super petunia size. You can see the flower is quite a bit bigger. The plant gets quite a bit bigger also. These are going to be more compact. They don't get quite as big. They're in the super petunia series.
Right.
But
they're going to get
they
nice
get
and
huge.
full like a ball, but they're not going to get as big as the regular.
Like that Vista series with the Proven Winners. That's going to be at the top of the game there. That is the biggest behemoth. It just absolutely grows huge. But these are a great, if you like the smaller flowers, the mini petunias are fantastic.
Right, because next to you I have the
Calibrachoa?
Yep.
Sure, okay, I'll show. Now, here's a...
Look at the size of them. They're very similar in size.
So Calibrachoa, when we say Calibrachoa, most people think of Million Bells. Million Bells is just a brand name. So the actual plant is called the Calibrachoa. So these are the Calibrachoas, and a lot of people are attracted to these, and for good reason. They're beautiful. But Calibrachoas are fussy. They don't play by the, if you're going to be real flippant with care, don't go with Calibrachoas, even if they look beautiful or pretty, like, oh, I love that on my deck, but I'm just never going to water them. This is a dead plant in 48 hours then. So where the petunias, they're
more
very
forgiving.
similar. Yeah, petunias are so much more forgiving than the Calibrachoas. So if you like this look but can't handle this care, so how many of you have had problems with the Calibrachoas or the Million Bells? I bet a lot of you will raise your hand. Go ahead and comment down below, because they're not hard, but your game better be on. You cannot be flippant with the care of a Calibrachoa. Petunias are much more forgiving. This is a teenage girl, okay? It's very dramatic, and it will not forgive you.
Or Scott.
No, well, okay,
You
sometimes.
went there, so I did too.
Sometimes. Petunias are much more forgiving. So if you like the look, go with the mini petunias. And we have a lot of our customers do that. They're looking for that smaller, more petite flower. So they go for the mini petunias. They don't even know the difference. So
They are more aggressive than a Calibrachoa.
yes, yeah, they're gonna get way bigger.
So when you're planting these, think more of like the super petunias, because they have that type of growth where they get very large.
And they're
It's
actually
just not
labeled
that
as
they
super
start
petunias.
trailing as much. They stay more of that rounded. But yeah, they definitely are more aggressive, but very similar in size.
And this, just as an example, this is a 12-inch hanging basket. This is just starting. These are not, we didn't plant these that long ago. So this is just getting started, and look at the growth on this already. So this is the Super Petunia Mini Vista. This is the Hot Pink series. We've had these before. They're absolutely fabulous, and you're not gonna see this hanging basket at all. It's just gonna be a ball of color.
So this one is the yellow.
It's a
mini
nice yellow.
And this one is indigo. So this one is super popular. We tried putting these in a 10-inch basket, and it was just too much.
There's still
Yeah.
that super petunia feel of very vigorous growth habit. So they're going to be thick. They're going to really fill out. You're not going to see that hanging basket.
I find that these have more flowers on them, more tiny flowers on them, where the super petunias, they get a lot of flowers on them, and it will be totally full. But initially starting off, these tend to bloom a lot more little flowers all the time, instead of just like I noticed some of the big baskets behind us.
Sure, yeah.
Have fewer flowers, but they're bigger.
Yeah, so, but either way, I mean, I guess it depends on what you prefer for the look, and they're great performers. We've been extremely happy with them. Our customers are happy with them. So
and you can mix and match these as far as they'll play nice with the super petunias. So you can have that larger petunia, smaller petunia, maybe a vine or something going on in there to give it a different look. And that's a really good option to have different sizes and different colors going on.
So you've done some in the 12-inch hanging baskets. You've mixed the yellows with some of the...
I mix all 3 of these colors together.
So we have several hanging baskets that have all of them mixed. If you don't want just a straight color, there's a bunch that are mixed up. You know, a lot of people like that variety in the color. So let's talk a little bit about, so in a 12-inch hanging basket, how many plants? So 12-inch hanging basket, 4 to 5 plants is what we put in a 12-inch hanging basket.
On these, I put 4.
4, they get very thick. So they will absolutely fill this out. And again, you said 10-inch. It's just, you're gonna be watering a lot.
If you do a 10-inch, maybe if you're gonna try it, one plant in there.
Generally speaking, we don't put super petunias, and because there's still technically a super petunia, we just stay away from the 10-inch hanging baskets because we know that it's going to be a lot of work for our customers if they have a 10-inch hanging basket and you put, you know, that very vigorous growing plant in there. It's going to be a lot of work, and meaning you're going to be watering constantly, because those super petunias, they'll drink a lot because they get big.
Right.
So
care on this, you don't need to deadhead them, same as the super petunias.
There's so many people like, I don't want any petunias, I'm done with deadheading. Great, get a super petunia. You do not need to deadhead the super petunias, whether it's the minis or the big ones. I can't tell you how many times we'll post a picture of our awesome petunia tree and they're like, I wouldn't want that in my yard. Why not? I don't want to spend all my days deadheading. Okay, well, awesome. That's a perfect plant for you, because we spend 0 time deadheading super petunias.
And that's why we like the Vista series, is because of we don't have time to deadhead, and we want our plants looking good all the time, and we don't want our customers to have to sit and do that. If you want to deadhead, you can. We have videos on how to do that.
There's nothing wrong with that, and
but most people just don't have the time to sit there and do that. And that's an older variety of petunia.
Sure, the old school petunias, you had to deadhead them, but
we also used to have to use a rotary phone. We don't have to do that anymore.
Be connected to the wall. Yes. So petunias have come a long ways with the genetics, and super petunias, just remember this: super petunias, you don't need to deadhead them, so you don't have to worry about it.
They are heavy on fertilizer, though.
Yep, they need their feed. So we're feeding at least once a week with the Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer. So remember, when we say that Fertilizer Friday, that's base level.
Can I just say,
entry level.
I'd like you to lower how much you're fertilizing, because everything is growing like crazy in here. Like it's getting like a jungle. And I'm like, what are you doing?
It's Fertilizer Tuesday.
Just settle down.
I tried to get those hanging baskets to catch up.
I think it was when we had all that snow that you increased the heat, and that extra heat.
We cranked the heat in just to get the 5 feet of snow off the greenhouses.
I think that is a big.
And the plants are like, ooh, it's nice in here, even though they didn't see the sun for a week.
I'll just grow a whole bunch. I'm looking around going, oh my goodness, I can't wait to open.
Right, gets rid of some hanging baskets. But anyway, so super petunias are definitely heavy feeders, as are Calibrachoas. The Calibrachoas, and that's where a lot of people get tripped up.
Look at the size difference in just the plant in the pot itself. You can just see that this is way more aggressive.
But the Calibrachoa is also a heavy feeder. So if you're not feeding your Calibrachoas, that's gonna run you into trouble there too. So Calibrachoas are also heavy feeders. Calibrachoas, I tell people, just put them on a constant feed. What do I mean by a constant feed? That means every time I'm watering, they're getting fertilized. Now, it might be a lower dose, but every time they're getting fed, because they are very heavy feeders. So yeah, you can just put those on a constant feed that, so for instance, if we're doing 1 scoop per gallon, I might do 1 scoop for 2 gallons, so it's at a lower dose, but every time you're watering them, they're getting their nutrients because they need them. So yeah, that's a little tip on the Calibrachoas.
Excellent. So talking about fertilizer.
Yes, we're gonna highlight a couple of our brand new Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer retailers across the country. So our first one is not too far away from us, Marilyn's greenhouse in Lakewood, Wisconsin.
What, like 40 minutes?
Yeah, through the woods. It's I don't think there isn't a straight highway there, is there? It's through the woods. So it take from Crivets, it's a little bit further away, or it takes a little bit longer. You're going through the woods. And then also Breaking Ground Nursery in Chinquapin, North Carolina. So
I hope he said it right.
Yeah, Chinquapin.
You did look it up and try to get that.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not how I would have pronounced it. Blue Ridge Mountains.
When we
Did
were
you see how pretty it was?
Yeah, we were looking up to get how to
goodness.
pronounce it. That was a beautiful area.
Not road trip, fly. Okay, where's the closest airport to Chinquapin, North Carolina?
There you go.
I would rather just fly there and be there in an hour.
So 2 great retailers. Of course, we have retailers across the United States.
And more every day. So we're getting a lot more retailers. And again, when you're mentioning to that local greenhouse, and places are opening up now, they're like daily, it seems like they're opening up. So be sure to mention that, hey, I would love to buy Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer here from your store, if you would carry it. So
Yeah.
But if there isn't a retailer in your location, we do ship to 48 states, so we can ship right to your door. So you can find all that and lots more information at the beatyourneighbor.com website.
Beautiful.
So, all right.
Have a great rest of the day.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.